devotional time. Last week we did our convenience store coffee tour, and I have been informed that we left one out. 7-Eleven down here on Cranberry Highway and Red Brook Road. So we're gonna give them a shot. Not a lot of high hopes, to be honest. Kind of old school in there. And we were talking about vibes last week at a couple places that we were at, and this has different kind of vibes. Anyway, I'm gonna give that to Emma. What do we do here? One verse, right? I'm very strict about that as well.
Sure.
Right? One verse, like give you a little devotional, get in, get out, let you go about your day with something encouraging. Today, we're gonna start the week off here and actually for this whole week being Psalm 139. Probably a lot of people's favorite passage in all of the Bible. This is David writing, and he says this, Psalm 139, verse 1. O Lord, you have searched me and you known me. You know when I sit down, when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You hem me in behind and before. Lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge, too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain it. And the thought, as I read that, and just kind of where I've been in my personal devotionals and again, being mocked by my camera people. You remember when you were a kid, did your parents ever say, like, children should be seen and not heard? Did you ever hear that before?
Yeah.
Well, camera people should not be seen nor heard. Anyway, now I'm all grown off. Just for the time I was out on the Camino and just this thought that God knows me. He sees me. He's aware. Even the word aware is not strong enough. He knows who I am. He knows what my situation is. And that's what I felt like you needed to know today, that God knows you. He knows who you are, regardless of what you're facing, regardless of what your situation is, regardless of what pit you find yourself in. Actually, how I got on this was I got into a new musician, new singer, and he just released this album on the story of Joseph, and I've been really digging into it. And one of the first songs on the album, and we're going to do a sermon series on Joseph a little bit later in the year. One of the songs is about how God knows us and how God knew Joseph even when he was in the pit, even when he was in the prison. So whatever you're going through today, maybe you find yourself in a pit, maybe you find yourself in a prison, maybe you find yourself at a low point. God knows you. He knows where you are. He hasn't forgotten you. He's known you from before the world was, before the creation of the universe. He knew who you were. What an amazing thought. Could God really know me? God knows you. So today, as you're going through whatever you're going through, maybe it's a low point, maybe it's a high point, know that God, the God of the universe, knows who you are, and he knows your situation. All right? That's the devotional. Now for the coffee, I'm gonna hand that to Emma. So I'm not confident because it looked a little bit forgotten about in there, to be honest. They don't have all the cool machinery and stuff, but we're gonna give it a try. This is 7-Eleven. Where's the sign? 7-Eleven, and this is their convenience store coffee. Let's try it. Oh man, so it's got that tang that I don't like. If you know me and you know I don't like acidic coffee. I don't like the tangy thing. It's very acidic, very tangy. And of course it's 7-Eleven, so it's like the man, right? It's like big corporation. So if I give it a bad review, I don't feel bad. When I am at like a local place, I feel really bad if I'm gonna say the coffee's bad, but this coffee's bad. I'm gonna give it a 5.3. 5.3 on the 7-Eleven coffee. It could have been. I almost gave it 4.9, but I'm gonna give it 5.3. Just that's how bad it is. Very tangy, very acidic. So anyway, there you go. That will really conclude our convenience store coffee. Now we're gonna be off to do some other places. That's the devotional. I'm Pastor Dave. We'll see you next time.